Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, may I have your attention, please? Are you ready to engage in a mind-blowing experience and hear talks about life, technology, entertainment, and business? The next episode of HIPTHER Talks starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, Zoltan here from HIPTHER Talks. We're back again this week, and we are staying in the decentralized region, if we can call it that. Today, I have with me Asaf Naim, co-founder and CEO of Kirobo, a decentralized application developer focused on making DeFi as user-friendly as online banking is. Hi, Asaf. Nice to have you here.
Hi, thank you for having me. Nice to be here.
All right, so to kick things off, let's just do a short introduction about yourself and what you do, maybe a few words about your career.
I'm Asaf, I'm the CEO of Kirobo. In my background, I'm an accountant, I have a master's degree in taxation, taught myself how to program. This is how I came across blockchain, and established Kirobo in 2018, and here we are.
All right, so maybe I'm very curious about what Kirobo is, and maybe could you do also a short roundup about the company and what you guys do?
Yeah, so as I said, we established the company in 2018. The original idea is to create a backup and inheritance mechanism, like security feature. So we build a backup, inheritance, and also an undo button for crypto transaction.
Oh.
But once we finish to build that, and by the way, it's live and kicking live on the blockchain, so everyone can use that. So once we finish to build that, we understand that we actually accidentally build a new technology that can take the blockchain a few level up. So we build the new technology. It's called FCT, Future Condition Transaction. Basically, what it does, it gives every transaction the same capability of smart contract. So instead of building smart contract that I don't know if you know, but smart contract basically take about 4 to 5 months and $250,000 to create. So you can create that with a smart transaction and have the same and even sometimes better result. So this is what we are building right now.
So basically you're building an undo button for, yeah, like you said, for if you accidentally send a transition, you can undo it.
Yeah, well, we are. This is the feature, but
yeah.
we're talking about the technology.
Yeah. This is very interesting. All right, so maybe our listeners are not up to date with DeFi, that is decentralized finance. And my first question to you is, what is DeFi and what are the important benefits of it?
So when blockchain created, the dream that people sell to other people is basically that you have your own money in your hand and you can do whatever you want. But basically, we find ourselves interact with CeFi, centralized finance, meaning like Binance or Coinbase. So basically, it's not blockchain. You deposit your coin in Binance, in Coinbase, and so forth and so on. And we already see what happened with Celsius a few months ago. So and then people understand that blockchain himself is not only transaction. You need to do more with the blockchain. You need to trade. And currently, only CeFi give you this opportunity at the time. So then the smart contract introduced in 2014. And basically, it's create the foundation of creating DeFi, meaning I can create like Binance or Coinbase, I can create a trading platform, and exchange platform and loans platform, each one of them without a centralized entity that control the money or can take the money or do whatever they want.
Got it. So what can we anticipate the scope for DeFi will be looking like in 2023, next year?
I think that so far we see a small application on DeFi, meaning, for example, if you look at Uniswap, so you can only swap, right?
Yep.
If you go to other compounds, so every protocol, even OpenSea, every protocol allow you to do only one thing. So soon we will see a mega application that will combine few different DeFi protocol that will give you the feel and look like CeFi, but with the same capabilities.
All right.
This is what I believe.
Okay. And how is DeFi applied for decentralized marketplaces?
The only marketplace by definition is a place to connect seller and buyer, right? So app store. So developer upload the app and people download the app. The only difference so far that someone had full control of which app will be, and also get a very nice cut of every every transaction that happened on this app. So the DeFi and the blockchain in this manner is unique because you can truly create a get around place for buyer and seller and create a decentralized marketplace.
Okay. So you mentioned in a nutshell what is Kirobo, and now I would like to also ask you about how does Kirobo work?
So Kirobo, what we, as I said, what we have created is a decentralized application that you can create your own FCT, future condition transaction. Think about that. Today, when you sign transaction on the blockchain, you sign the transaction and you broadcast immediately, right? But this is not mostly what you want to do. Like, you want to sell only if Ether is 1,000, right? You want to buy only if, so the if then is very, very strong tool that no one use that on the blockchain today. We can use that on smart contract, but not as a person in a trading or something like that. This is why CeFi is so dominant as we speak. But what we add is the future condition transaction, meaning that you can sign the transaction right now, but it will execute on the blockchain upon condition met. So this is the difference between what has been done so far and what we are doing right now.
All right. So now a bit of a technical question. What is Kirobo's underlying technology?
So basically, every FCT, a future condition transaction, is like an atomic transaction, multi-transaction that run as one transaction. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you want to sell Ether if Ether is 1,000, right? So you need to get the information. How do you know that this is 1,000? And how do you know to execute? How do you know that you actually receive what you just received? So basically, we build 4 different calls. The first call is action, meaning to do something like swap. The second call is information, meaning I want to know what is the price. Third call is calculation, because I want to take only half of what I have, and the fourth call is actually validation. So I want to make sure that what I meant to receive, I actually receive. So if you combine these four calls, you can create whatever you want for specific transactions. So, for example, I can let's take a very pragmatic example. Let's say that I have 10 ether, and I want to make sure that if ether is below 1,000, I will sell them on CeFi and DeFi. By the way, today you need to take these 10 ether and lock them in order to secure this trade. But this doesn't make sense. Ether now is 1351, right? So you don't want to sell, you don't want to lock the ether right now. So you can continue staking, meaning receiving interest. You want to continue staking and receiving interest, but you want to make sure that if ether below 1,000, then you sell. So basically, you can take this four call and you can say that if ether below 1,000, then on the staking contract, you want to reposition yourself from the specific position, sell everything, and convert to USDC. So this is the kind of stuff that you can do. Let me give you another example. Everyone know about Luna and the problem with the peg to the dollar. So imagine, and a lot of people speak about USDT now with the same cautions. So imagine that you have your 1 million USDT in your MetaMask, and then you create an FCT, a future condition transaction, that said that if the peg to the dollar is not is less than 95%, then sell everything. So imagine, this is like I just give you two examples. I can give you 20 more. So it completely changed what you can do with your money and the amount of control that you actually have.
All right. And what does Kirobo hope to achieve with this new technology? That's the main question today.
Yeah. So we believe that what is usually take 4 to 5 months to build, and we see that on ourselves, actually become 2 weeks. So we think that with this technology will allow more developers to develop much faster, much easier, and also allow Web2 developer to develop upon existing protocols. So as I mentioned in the beginning, today every protocol only do one thing. Uniswap only swap, OpenSea only sell and buy NFT. But on your bank account, you can take loans, you can have checks, you can have credit cards, you can trade your stock. So you can do whatever you want with one app. And we think that we believe that with this technology, people can build on top of protocol and combine one big app that behind the scene use a lot of protocol and no one even noticed.
All right, so basically something that's happening in the background, it's not noticed by users, but it helps them. So you touched base that Web 2, but we are also interested in Web 3. So how will your technology help to gain mass adoption to the Web 3 or maybe crypto space?
So Web3 is basically, people need to understand what is Web3.
Yeah.
So a lot of people doesn't understand that in a nutshell, Web 1 was HTML, only HTML, you couldn't do anything. Web 2 was dynamic, HTML with database. Like, you go to Facebook, so you have your data. So this is Web 2. And Web 3 is the evolution of that. It's basically the ability to connect to a protocol, but the database is not controlled by Zuckerberg, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so it's decentralized.
Yeah, so it's decentralized. This is it's very exciting. There is some concern about that. For example, imagine that everyone can upload any video that they want. I'm not sure that everyone will want that, but Web3 at his vision is very big, and we believe that this technology will help convert the speed of Web3 like Web2. Imagine today when you build something on Web 2, the developer, if he wants to correct something, he correct in his computer and upload to the database. That's it. Here on Web 3, you need to redesign the smart contract. So you need to audit, you need to write that. It's old money. It's very scary. It's cost a lot of time and money. So this is what our technology can bring, basically reduce the gap between Web 2 and Web 3 in the time, in the aspect of the time, how much time it will take to build.
All right. So does anyone else do the same thing you guys do? And if they do, how do you guys differ from them?
The answer is no. People, basically what they are doing, they take two different smart contracts and they build on top of them another smart contract that combine between them. So if you want to add another smart contract, you need to change the engine. So it's not scalable. It's not some. And again, in order to trust that, you need to put the money inside the smart contract that combine between the other smart contract. So we took a completely different approach, and our system, we can add more smart contract, more protocol every day. We can add more, and other people can add more protocol to our technology. No audit needed, and no, you don't need to write a Solidity in order to do that.
All right. So everybody's talking about safety and security of data. So I have a question for you, Adad. How does Kirobos technology add to or maybe enhance the safety and security of smart contracts?
I'm not sure that this is the question. If you don't mind, I can speak about specific issue about that.
Yeah, that's of course.
There is two things about smart contract. The first thing in smart contract is no one can trust smart contract until million or tens of millions of dollars will go through this smart contract, obviously after audit. So once you create smart contract, it takes time until someone can trust him. So in this sense, because we are bringing the technology that work on the smart transaction level and not on the smart contract, so you don't need to change the smart contract. So if you have like tens of millions of transactions that already happen on the smart contract, if you build more with our technology, the security is already there. You understand? So this is one aspect. Second aspect is when you sign transaction today, if I send you money, when you sign, you know exactly what you sign on. When you sign on Uniswap, for example, on smart contract, this is a blind signature. You don't know what you sign. You simply trust Uniswap, right? And this is a huge problem, in my opinion. And imagine if someone build transaction in our system and then he can put something that no one wants, and then you run this transaction and he will harm you. So this is the first thing that we saw that we need to deal with, and we actually solved that. We actually took a message protocol and we converted to an action protocol. This was a huge and massive technology challenge to do that, but we managed to do that. So that means that once you sign transaction with our technology, you know exactly what you sign. So if I build transaction that take the staking and convert that and take loans from Aave or reposition myself, and then publish this on marketplace, and then you use that, then once you sign the transaction, you see on your MetaMask exactly what you sign on. So this is reduce the danger of using a smart contract in the home.
All right, so that's fair enough and very, very innovative. And as my closing question to you, I would like to ask an opinion about where do you see the Web3 crypto DeFi space in 12 months from now? Because in the past, maybe 2 years, the evolution has been huge. Maybe will this evolution continue?
Yeah, I think a few things will happen. First of all, the winter will end.
Yeah.
This is my personal belief. Second, a mega app will appear, like Uniswap, combined with Aave, and combined with compounds, and combined with other staking or loans protocol will emerge, and I think this is a huge thing. And also NFT. I don't believe in NFT, by the way, in the picture sense of the NFT. NFT is much more sophisticated than that.
Exactly.
Just to emphasize, Uniswap V2 work on ERC20 LP token, and Uniswap V3 work on NFT based. So that means that you can provide specific range of liquidity according to what you define. So NFT, it's like a mini smart contract with a lot of option within. And I see, we can speak only on that like an hour. And I see a lot of things that you can do with NFT. And I think that this is the phase in 12 months. And also, if I might say, when you buy NFT today, there is no ability to sell it automatically. Someone needs to buy it from you. So I think that automatic NFT liquidity pool will create in 12 months. I have few ideas how to do that, and I'm sure that other people think about that. So I think in 12 months it will be solved.
Okay, so that's fair enough. Yeah, there have been many talks around the NFT community that it's not just the images, and the technology has evolved a lot now, and thanks to it, more will advance. All right, so thank you, Asaf, for your time. If you like to say goodbye, some parting words to the audience, you are more than welcome.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me, and hope that you guys see the advantage of our technology and use that.
All right.
We will help to see that.
Right, so you can find Asaf on LinkedIn, and if you just browse Asaf Naim online, you can definitely find many articles from him and also Kirobo. So thank you everyone for joining us. Make sure to subscribe to our channels. Till next week.
Thank you for joining. Be sure to check back next week for the next HIPTHER Talks and subscribe on Amazon Music, Overcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, and Pandora.